So I'm pretty sure we are all going through something very similar, and that is the fact that we're all very close to making a huge financial mistake. Now, what I know is that millions and millions of Americans are on the verge of making this financial mistake because it could actually save them some money. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how can saving money be a financial mistake? Well, I want to address that because it's not actually saving the money, it's how you are actually spending the money first in order to save it. And this is where it's becoming a huge problem. So, let me just address what has happened. And this has happened to me multiple times just recently. And I will address an email that I went back and forth with an old friend. This is somebody that I haven't spoken to in a while. But he simply asked for my opinion. Well, what he said was, and again, just to make things a little short, he said his father-in-law came to him with a deal to buy a construction company from one of his friends. He said this deal was just too good to pass up. They need to jump on it and they need a firm commitment by the end of this week. Now, you're going to see deals like this. It may not be to buy a construction company, but why would somebody want to sell a company, a construction company at this time? Well, it could be very difficult for them to go and get new loans, to go and sell homes, to do renovations, right? Contractors, they're going to have a very tough time very soon. I know this for a fact. I'm already seeing it. Now, deals are going to come by you. They're going to come from all angles, come from the right side, the left side. They're going to come, there's going to be so many to pick and choose from. We are already seeing companies offer incredible deals simply because they're looking for ways to bring in more money or just to get through this financial crisis that we are about to face. So, some people are worried that businesses could go under, so what they're trying to do is bring in more money. Well, guess what's going to happen? They're going to offer you some incredible deals. You got to know when it's a good time to turn it down. Okay? For example, I pay a monthly fee for a service that helps me, keep up on my websites, keep them running and keep them filled with new content and, handle day-to-day operations of my entire portfolio. And I got an email last week stating that they would give me 4 months free. All I had to do was pay for 8 months of their service in advance. That's it. They would give me 4 months free. It's a pretty good deal. But I'm also concerned with why they have not offered that before. So I actually didn't take it. I also got a text message from a landscaper that I've used in the past. And he asked me if I needed his services again this year. And, we talked a little bit, and when it came down to price, he didn't have a price. He said he goes off of a monthly fee. And he said that if I pay for the entire year in advance, then I get 3 months free. It's a pretty good deal, right? And I said, well, what if I don't want to pay for a full year? He said, well, if I pay for just 6 months, I get 1 month free. Keep in mind, I live in Washington State and there's snow on the ground, or it's, frost for 4, 5, 6 months. I'd say 4 to 5 months. So a landscaper who I've used in the past wants me to pay for a year of his service and I will get 3 months for free. So essentially, I pay for a full year. Technically, I really pay for 9 months, but I get a full year. It's not bad. But when he mows the lawn, weeds around the flower beds, trims trees and bushes and things like that and edges. Do I need to pay for 9 months in advance when he's not going to be around in probably for November, December, January, February, and maybe a little bit of March? So 4 to 5 months. So I have no clue. This isn't somebody I'm going to use, but because I don't know what strategy or what tactics he's going with now, but it makes me question kind of the integrity of that business. So he's going to go and charge me for 9 months, but I'm only going to get let's say 7 to 8 months of service. That's not a deal. So this is what we're going to see. You are about to see sales that you have never seen before. Some incredible deals. And you may already see this. Just go to Amazon. Go to Amazon sometime and type in, toilet paper. Type in, some vitamin, melatonin, right? Vitamin D, okay? Vitamin C, whatever. There's a good chance they have a service or a subscription on there. It's called the subscribe and save feature. It's going to save you like 5 to 15%, okay? And the longer that you subscribe, the bigger your discount's going to be. Amazon's been doing that for over a year, okay? Here's the problem. The problem is that we are now being forced to make these decisions and figure out, is this really going to benefit us? But here's the thing that I want you to think about. Is this something that you really need to buy? When you buy it, is it going to be worth it? Is this something that you absolutely need and you cannot live without? Okay? And this is probably the big one. Most important thing is whatever you purchase going to come with some type of an agreement, like a monthly payment. I say this because in a recession, the one thing that you do not want is a recurring payment. You don't want to have to make a payment, especially if the payment starts now when the economy is still doing pretty well. And then we are in the middle of a recession, you don't have a job, you still have all these other payments, and you can't get out of this one. Is that what this is going to do? You don't want to put yourself into a financial situation that you have to try and attempt to dig your way out of. That's not what you want to do. But the problem is that millions and millions of people are going to be making a huge financial mistake very soon simply because a company is coming to them saying, hey, I see you're paying, let's say $60 a month for this gym membership, but we have an incredible deal for you. If you pay for a year in advance, we will drop that down to just $35 a month. You're going to save $25 a month, and you actually get to pay a year in advance. How great is that? You ready to sign up? All right, give me your credit card. That's what's about to happen. We are going to see this happen. And I say this because back in 2008, back in 2009, we saw this exact same thing. Companies were calling. They wanted to make sure that you were taken care of. Okay, a customer that they probably haven't talked to in 2 years. They now want to call you, talk to you on the phone, get you into their door, and see what can they do for you. Because you know what? They realize that it's you that is keeping their lights on. You that is keeping them employed. It is you. It's your money. So, don't make this big mistake. And even though I say this now, I know a lot of people are going to do it. We're going to see the automotive industry just crash. We're already seeing it as it's coming down. And I'll be clear. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I almost made this decision as well, where there was a very good deal on a vehicle that I'd like to buy, but it wasn't the right time. I didn't want to buy it. I didn't want to use my money to buy that vehicle. And it's because it was still, they're asking a little too much. So I'm going to wait for it to come down a little bit more. And then possibly at that point I might buy it. But again, don't make this huge financial mistake of going to buy something that you do not need. That you absolutely do not need. Do I need this vehicle? No. Would it be a good deal if I keep it for possibly a year to 2 years? Yes, as long as I can get it at the right price. So again, I have a feeling millions of people are going to make this huge financial mistake, but I want to make sure that it's not you. Limit those decisions. Limit those financial mistakes. Don't take on another payment that you do not absolutely need. Okay? So that was my warning for you guys today. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.